What is going on, everybody, and welcome. How's everyone's Saturday going? Thank God we're starting this Saturday differently than we did last week, because the past 3 weeks we're waking up Saturday morning and everything ends up being canceled. A little bit different this time, and even better, we get a special weapon at 3 wins this week. It seems like they're listening. It seems like the people at Bungie are finally listening, but they got a long ways to go to bring us back. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to Trials Halftime right here on the Crucible Coliseum. Got a good one. We're kind of getting back into the groove of what we were doing prior to the whole hiatus of everything, where we are getting back to bringing you different Guardians' perspectives on how they're approaching this given map on that given week. We got Endless Veil this week, and more importantly, I got a new Guardian to introduce y'all to this week. I got a familiar face as well, but at the same time, I got one dude who is brand spanking new. He's in the directory as well. I found him through the same groups of individuals that have introduced me to the people that I have been playing with for a minute now in Destiny. So without further ado, I'll just go ahead and show you who I got for you. Papa Punny, and I got a brand new buddy with us, and don't let his fresh face give you any sort of speculation that he's not really good, because let me tell you, this guy is on the tippy top just like the rest of them. Just like Papa Punny, Mesna finds himself helping Guardians each and every week get to the lighthouse, running raffles, helping first timers. To begin with, though, like I said, Papa's been here before. Papa, how you been? What have you been up to? I know work's got you by the stranglehold, but every weekend we kind of find ourselves talking about, hey, we're gonna finally get trials this weekend, and we ended up doing. Tell everybody how you been, dude.
Yeah, man, I've been good. Just waiting for trials to come back out, and just been spending some time with my wife and working a lot while trials is going. So looking forward to playing this weekend and hoping we can get a actual full weekend of trials for once.
Well, I mean, 100%. We've been kind of begging for it at this point, and every week we kind of talk to ourselves, and I've messaged you the last few weekends in terms of figuring out what exactly is going on, and we're like, rip the dream. So I mentioned before, I got someone brand new, and he's on the directory on Twitch for Destiny on Xbox just as much as Papa is every weekend, and he's made quite a name for himself. Mesna, what's going on, brother? Tell everybody, tell everyone your deal. Tell everyone why Destiny is your game right now. Give a little bit of your PvP background. Give a little bit of your Destiny history too. Like, where did you fall along the lines within this Destiny spectrum?
Hey, what's up? Thank you very much for the opportunity, Wolverine. Yeah, my name is Mesna. I think there's a little bit of your viewers that know me already, but if you guys don't know me, I am Mesna. Everyone calls me Mez, just for short. And yeah, I've been recently trying to make a name for myself in the Destiny community on Xbox. Honestly, I'm kind of a new player to Destiny. I did play Destiny 1 back in the day, but only for like during year 3. It was a bit of a weird story. I had this friend that always told me like, "Oh, you gotta try out Destiny. It's so good. The raids, trials and everything." And I was always, not sure about it, because I was always a huge Halo fan. I played a lot of Halo back in the day. I think most of the hardcore gamers from Destiny come from the Halo background, and but it wasn't really clicking from what I was seeing. I did try the beta, but it wasn't really clicking. But then I ended up giving up and trying the game. And the funny thing is that I started falling in love with the game. I started raiding. I didn't play much PvP at the time because I was when you get into Destiny and you're like late to the party, there's always, a lot of stuff to do and you never know what to do. So I started doing raids and stuff like that. And by the time I was done with the raids, like Destiny 2 came out, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when my friend stopped playing. So I kept playing, and even though he just left the game and kind of left me, and now I'm here. Started with Trials of the Nine, playing a lot, and then yeah, I did a lot of trials, and then when trials came out, the new Trials of Osiris in Destiny 2, I decided to start streaming because why not? So the pandemic was out, and then I started little by little, became affiliated, and now I've like a month ago, I managed to like finally reach over 1,000 followers on Twitch. So that's a pretty big goal for me.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's kind of like my background there.
That's some great milestones, Mez. I can't congratulate you enough. A lot of your Destiny story and getting into the game, it actually reminded me of myself, where I was kind of alone playing towards the end of Rise of Iron, and then I get into Destiny 2. People start playing a little bit, and then when Trials of the Nine came out, I was like basically by myself. I did that once.
Right.
I stopped playing. Came back last February for Trials of Osiris's Return. So I relate to how you're describing your right. experiences a whole lot. I want to ask you, Mez, what is it about PvP competition and the aroma that Trials gives off that has kind of like fueled your gaming your gaming repertoire? I personally, I've come from Call of Duties, Battlefields. I've always been interested in those shooters and taking the competition level to the next step. Where do you fall along that spectrum of competition gameplay? Clearly, I know you're into it because Trials is all about competition. Is it something that you make a core value of going into a game that you enjoy?
Yeah, definitely for me, it's all about, showing who's best, like in a way, Like whenever I play Trials, I always try to make the best decision. Like if I make a mistake, I'm always thinking like, what could have I done better in that situation that caused my death, And I think that's we'll tie a little bit more later about the Stasis questions that you're gonna ask me. But so I'm just gonna tease it a little bit. But with Stasis nowadays, it's more of like there's nothing I could have done in that situation to have possibly changed the outcome. So that's why I think most of the good players are kind of frustrated a little bit. But yeah, going back to the topic for sure, like I'm always thinking, I honestly like the feel of having to win those games in a row, because everybody can win one game or two, right?
Mm-hmm.
But having to win those games in a row and every time facing somebody that's gonna be better than the previous team is always something that always made me think about, okay, I gotta get to that lighthouse, And like you said at the beginning with Trials of the Nine, it was always a little bit hard to do because there was not many players that played the game. The game was like people did not enjoy vanilla Destiny 2 when it first came out. But then, it was always a struggle, right? But after you get that first feel of getting flawless for the first time, that's when the adrenaline starts coming, and you want that rush, and every time you do that, it's like a new rush. So that's why you keep coming back every weekend, I think, and that's why I keep coming back as well.
100%. You took the words right out of my mouth. Not many people know the adrenaline rush when you're on flawless game without a mercy 4-4 and you're the last guardian left fighting 3 people. Like there's not many comparable things. If you play not professional, competitive sports in real life, whether it's soccer, football, baseball, basketball, like those kinds of moments are the best where I have been able to compare that sort of adrenaline, heart pumping type excitement to.
Yeah, those hero moments.
100%, 100%. Pop, did you have anything you wanted to add?
No. Trump just gifted me 200 subs.
He's the best. He's the best. These two individuals, they have amazing people in their community, and I've wanted to bring everybody that I bring onto this show. I know and I trust that their communities are great and they're awesome to each other, and bringing them and introducing them and getting them all acquainted. That was definitely part of the big picture. So just as Mesna said, we got a few topics we're going to talk about just before we jump into the map, because the whole point of Trials Halftime was for me to bring on people along with myself and kind of give the pointers to the individuals that are either haven't jumped in yet, that are either a little bit nervous to jump in, or that are just kind of fresh. We kind of give you guys a crash course on what kind of helps us be successful on a particular map that given week. Something new that we've been trying the last 2 episodes of Trials Halftime, when Trials was up and running, we'll run a card with that fire team right after to kind of put the walk the walk and talk the talk type thing. So the 3 topics that I wanted to talk about One in particular, this hiatus that we just had. We've had 3 weeks on and off where trials was either good to go on Friday or canceled on Saturday or canceled altogether. Kind of messed with our schedules. It kind of messed with the amount of time that we thought we were allotting ourselves to play. Pop, I want to start with you because I feel like this really affected you because considering how precious your time is when you're outside of work. How did this make you feel, and what did it make you feel about the grander scale if trials was a priority for Bungie?
Yeah, I definitely get the sense that it is not a priority in their eyes. I listened to your episode last week when I got a chance, and just some of the stuff y'all were talking about, and I just feel like they either need to make it a priority or they just need to get rid of it. And the reason I say that is because I plan my entire weekend. I work specific days at the hospital so that I can be available to stream on certain days. I basically plan out my whole schedule around streaming trials on the weekend. And, if it's just not a priority to them, I would rather it just not be there so I can know instead of the opposite. And the other thing is, too, a lot of people will argue like, well, it's not as simple to fix such and such as you think it is. But my argument to that is if there's a glitch and it's going to affect a raid, they have a patch for it in 12 hours. If it's a glitch that affects trials, it takes 2 or 3 weeks. It doesn't add up.
Yeah,
it's become almost an expectation now that we're like, something's going to be breaking this week or something's going to be broken by the time we wake up Saturday morning. I've woke up the previous 2 Saturdays and my phone's blowing up because I had such a great Friday of running, and then they're like, it's canceled. The win trading's back. Mez, how did it make you feel? Like, do you think Bungie is prioritizing trials, or are they not? I would argue that some sort of priority is going into trials. We have new armor. We got 3 new weapons, 2 being really good between the Messenger and Igneous. How does this make you feel? The past 4 weeks on and off trials, canceled trials. What is it making you feel like?
Honestly, it makes me feel like it feels sometimes like Bungie does not make things that they do not know how to handle properly, because it feels like their PvP team, it's not ready to take on what they make, They all make these huge advancements, and then they wipe they do things with one hand, and then with the other hand they undo it, So it's like I feel like definitely there's a bias where like they prioritize PvE more than PvP, and because it's kind of crazy, like, to me, how certain things are being prioritized, and it's just insane. Like one easy thing that I do not like, I don't comprehend, is that how was the Warlock super fixed within a week, but then the Titan super we're waiting for like 9 months, or like 7 months, or however it's been since Beyond Light.
But don't you think that, and not to interrupt, because I think that's a great point, and it actually adds credence to I put another video out earlier in the week, and it was the state of PvP, and how I started it. I said the Hunters are the most dominant, the Titans are the most favored, and the Warlocks are the most neglected. And I really think that adds perfect to what it is. Yes, the Hunters dominate in most game aspects. It's just how they're
on
built.
console, at least. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like they're the most chosen between all the classes. And why I say the Titan is the most favored. Look at all these things that take forever to be fixed. Behemoth, Antius Wards, One-Eyed Mask. We could go down a list. Exactly. So yeah, continue. Sorry.
No, like you said, like the list, like the evidence is all there. Like Worm Husk, I mean, I'm not a fan of Wormhusk, but
Yeah,
personally, like I remember on Trials of the Nine, Wormhusk lasted a week and a half. I remember that 9 days we had Wormhusk because it gave you, when you dodged, it gave you a portion of your health back. You were almost immune during the dodge, and you get an overshield after, like a small overshield, right? And everybody lost their mind. Oh, and they fixed it within 9 days. But then during Forsaken, we had like 11 months of One-Eyed Mask being the strongest super in the history of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Not even in that game, in that moment. Like the One-Eyed Mask pre-nerf is still the most broken exotic in the history of Destiny. Like, remember, because it used to give you a damage boost. It used to tell you exactly where the enemy was
And
for like
overshield.
15 seconds. And after you get that kill, you get an overshield. So it's like 3 or 4 exotics combined. And Tia's Ward was just insanity itself. Like, I don't know how that slipped through the cracks. And that's what I'm saying.
And
like,
it was a while before it got fixed too.
it was a while too. Like, it took 2 seasons as well. And it's like, how do you not see these? Like, whenever I'm playing Trials and I face a behemoth, I'm like, somebody has to be on their computer, right? Okay, Titan Behemoth. Yeah, 26 seconds sounds like a good number for a super. Yeah, I'm gonna click OK on that code. I'm like, how? Like, how do you
When
not
they were
know?
play testing that and they realized that you weren't losing any of that super energy when you were doing the light attack, it should have been a clear red flag. You are not.
But just the fact that because you see, like, there's a line of code in the code of the game that says super length equal 26 seconds base, and that's higher than any other super. It's just insane to me.
It took. I fully agree, and I guess that's a perfect segue into the next topic, the Stasis nerf that's coming out on Tuesday. Right. Do we think it's enough? Do we think that it was too much? I doubt we'll hear anybody say it's too much. I'm hoping it's gonna be just right. Papa, you've been a little bit like about Stasis, and I fully understand. I've become known to the statement "embrace the darkness." I've completely taken Stasis on its own. But do you think this Tuesday nerf is A, going to be enough, and B, if it is enough, are more people going to be satisfied with where Stasis is at?
I think it's hard to say until you kind of see it in action, and so I don't know. I feel like if they're going to adjust and be serious about adjusting Stasis and getting it right, they need to be ready to put out a patch every week or two until they get it right, because I think that's the best way to actually get a feel. You can play test it all day long, but these people at Bungie, like, they're not playing the game as much as a lot of the people that are going to be using the super. So I don't know. I like that they're not. I don't know, from the patch notes, it didn't seem like they were trying to nerf it into the ground, because obviously at that point then nobody's going to use it, and then that's just, you went too far the opposite way. You made it not worth anything. So I'm interested to see where it's going to be at. The Shurikens nerf seemed pretty appropriate to me. And like a lot of the stuff that I read on the Titan Super seemed not to be too much just from reading, but like I say, I think we just have to see it played out for a weekend or two, and then we'll really start seeing
for sure
how much it is.
I'm excited for Tuesday's reset to test it out myself, being the wombo combo person I am, throwing the nade down and then slamming it. I'm really curious what the cooldown is going to be like on the Hunter, what the crystal damage is going to be like from 85 to 55. Personally, I still think it's going to kill a Guardian if they're standing within 5 meters of it and you kill the entire grenade. But I'm really curious about the Shurikens, and if I'm going to have to switch one of my fragments to like Whisper of Durance and just increase the timer on that, because if I'm using Whisper Durance, 2 Shurikens will probably still freeze people because you're extending that length. Mez, you kind of alluded to it in the beginning in your introduction about stasis and kind of how you felt about it. Do you think Tuesday is something that you're going to look forward to and be like, man, they finally got it right, or man, they need to go back to the drawing board still?
I mean, I definitely hope so. I definitely hope to say that I will say they got it right, because yeah, just the fact that, like, you know, like, if you just the fact that the philosophy behind it, you know, you go into trials, and if you're not using stasis, you're making a mistake, because if you have a Titan and you have stasis, that's a guaranteed round, unless the Titan like is really, really, really bad. But in general, a Titan super means one free round.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have to use it, like whenever you're forced to use something, means that there's something wrong with it, right? And yeah, I definitely feel like there's a much needed change that has to be applied to stasis, because of the fact that I feel like what Bungie meant to do at the beginning with Stasis is like, you know, because at the end of the day, Bungie is a company. They have to make their money. So how do they make their money? By selling Beyond Light expansions. And how do they sell those Beyond Light expansion? By making it super fun, right? Your average dad that never plays the Crucible can just, you know, go into the Crucible as a warlock and, you know, press one button and Harry Potter somebody and literally make him and freeze him, and oh, I got a kill. That feels nice, right? That guy's like maybe a 2.0, but there's nothing you can do, because that's the best thing about a game. I feel like there's always should be a way to counter something, right? If you are good enough, you should be able to counter something, and that's what it was, at least in a little bit before. But now, Stasis is so powerful that, like I was alluding before, like I was hinting before. Whenever you go back and see what could have I done differently, like there's nothing you can do. Like you're pushing somebody, and then that guy just decides to press a button. He dodges next to you. Now you're slow for 6 seconds because durance, like you said, and all he needs to do is press one button and you're frozen. Like maybe that push was the right play, but now he's got the upper hand. You know, so it definitely needs to get brought in line so that the other options are viable. The only way that like right now that you can use anything but Stasis is on a warlock, just because you got the Icarus dash, you know, on the Dawnblade, and you know the Chaos Reach being super powerful, like being maybe the only super that can take down a behemoth. You know, if you do it right.
Yeah, it takes a lot of coordination from it. No, I was just gonna say it takes a lot of coordination. You're saying about it's pretty much a guarantee. You put that behemoth in someone's hands with at least a 1.0, they're at least gonna get a few kills, maybe even the round. Right. Like you just said, it's pretty much guaranteed, and it takes a really good team and coordination to make sure you're putting away a behemoth. And right. Like we said in the beginning,
and I remember when I taught Papa Punny how to use it. Remember that, Punny? And he couldn't get a hand to it, and I even pushed him further into the dark side of the behemoth. Yeah.
It's something that we're waiting for on Tuesday. I know a lot of people. I can even read a few people in chat. They're quoting all the Harry Potter stuff. You're a wizard, Harry. They're extremely eager to get Stasis to not be the fully experience in the Crucible nowadays, because everyone's either I'm getting frozen, I'm getting this. I know I'm biased. I'm decent with it. I personally, being able to do it as efficiently as I have been, it has given me a third eye in terms of realizing the predictability of it. I think it's kind of predictable, the move I do, throwing the nade and then slamming. It's the approach that you take it to be unpredictable makes it effective. So again, obviously I'm coming from a biased standpoint. I've always been under the fact that the Stasis, even before they fixed the wall grenade the first time, I thought it was very predictable. Granted, that's just coming from my one side. The final topic. A light at the end of the tunnel. Mesna, do you have any sort of hope that, and to even begin with that, we're sitting, as of right now, we are sitting at 200 and, if I'm not mistaken, 246,000 concurrent total players on the weekend, and we are basically just halfway there. I don't know, 264,000, excuse me. We're at 264,000 total players right now across all the platforms. That's more than some weekends have gotten in the previous seasons, and we're not even done with the weekend yet. I understand Igneous being at 3 has a whole lot to do with that. Endless Veil not being a terrible map, no banner this week. Different variables go into that number, but is this weekend something that we can take on a positive for the future, or this is just one of those weekends that we're going to run well just because of the Igneous being at 3? Is there any hope? Are we hoping on something that's not going to happen, or are they going to finally get their heads on straight and fix the playlist like how it was in Destiny 1?
Well, that's a convoluted question, and I think I can answer that in a way. Like, so definitely, like you said, there's a lot of variables that go into being such a high population this weekend. Like Igneous, like you said, being at 3. The fact that Trials has been gone for a while, so people are like, even those guys that only play once a month, they think, I'm gonna play because I don't know when it's gonna go away again. So also that feeling of they don't want to miss out. But I do think that if the Stasis nerf is right, and they keep bringing us reasons to come back, I do think that we're not gonna see such crazy numbers in the next weeks, but I feel like we could get a steady influx of players coming into the stream, into the game. But yeah, I definitely think that there's a possibility that we could get kind of like a rising, but they have to make it right. They have to prevent everything that, especially they still have to come out with a lot of solutions. Like DDoSing, there's still a big problem on console. Maybe a little bit more balancing on other things, on some guns, like the Fall Winter's nerf that has to come around. They did something good, I think, with the Arbalist, by their nerfing it. But so yeah, I do think that if they actually, make up their minds about what they want in the Crucible, and actually start caring more about what the players want, because I do feel like the problem a little bit right now in Trials is that I feel like Bungie caters more to the casual player than to the players who actually play the game, because they want those guys that never play the game to come and play the game. So they make it enticing for the players that are not currently playing the game. But us that are always here, we get the short end of the stick, if you know what I mean.
That's definitely a subsidy of being free to play. And it goes back to that question, is free to play a necessity for things like Trials, Banner, and even I would argue the Crucible in general. I've made an argument that there should be a one-time, whatever you want to call it, maybe a $10 account fee, and that $10 gives that account access to the entire Crucible, Banner, Trials. And if you are free to play, you can play Mayhem for free. Like, who cares about Mayhem? The people on PC, let them cheat in Mayhem. Everyone's cheating in Mayhem. It's an unlimited amount of energy that you're getting all the time. But I think that would probably help handle a lot of issues. Maybe a faster turnaround in terms of getting new loot every season, new armor types every season. But hey, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think this weekend they need to start realizing the positives of these high turnout weekends and act on them. Don't take this 3-hand cannon popular weekend of coming back and then next week put Exile's Curse at 3. Don't do that. Just don't. I've said, who's ever in charge, or if it's a computer putting together the wins and the rewards for a given week, that person or computer needs to go. It has to be someone that knows, that's aware of what people are wanting, what's incentivizing people, and how to keep people interested. Papa, basically the same question, and I'll give you a little bit of medical references. Is Trials ever going to get off this iron lung, or is Bungie ever going to finally give it a full clear bill of health?
I like the reference.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just all depends on if Bungie's willing to listen to people. It just seems like a lot of the stuff that people say just falls on deaf ears. We've seen time and time again about putting a good weapon or a piece of armor at 3 wins, bringing in more people into the playlist. It's not that hard of an ask. I just don't. I'm with you. Like, I don't understand why it's such a big deal to like put that at 3 wins, or, you know, and for that matter, like, we all have the adept version of Igneous Hammer, us three, and I feel like that weapon should be a little bit better than the Igneous Hammer,
Than the current one,
for
yeah.
it being a flawless reward. But that doesn't mean that everybody can't get an Igneous Hammer. And, you know, you put it at 3 wins, you're really going to incentivize people to keep going
it's
into
essentially
trials.
almost given away for free.
Yeah. And you're going to incentivize people to keep going into trials, you know, at least 9 games just to get the 3 rewards. If not, you know, put a bounty in there every week for play 20 games, and then you get another one, you know, from the engram. If they would make a bounty like that to incentivize people to play even more games to get that, you know, really good loot, I feel like that would help a ton.
I'm going to say something that might sound crazy, but I think that reward bounty that we're getting, that's the weekly, I think that should be every day. Like, if you completed it that day during the tournament's only going around 4 days. If it's got to be the same 3 win, fine. Maybe it could be something else randomly that's in your pool. Treat it like an Iron Banner bounty where it's just random after you get that first initial one for the weekend. Go on, sorry.
And the other thing that I've heard quite a number of people say is just the map selection. I agree with you 100% on like whatever human or computer or whatever it is doing the rewards, but also the map selection. Like me, I'm not a rocket scientist, but every time Exodus Poo comes out, like, you can just go look at the trials numbers and they're like at least half, maybe even a third of what the normal weekends are, just for that reason, even if it's good loot. So I think they need to do something like put in maybe a poll on the Twitter page or in the tower or something, and by Thursday, any Guardians that want to can go vote for 1 out of 3 maps, and then whatever wins, that can be the map for the weekend. And you can always ensure it's a different map by just taking out whatever map people voted for the next weekend or 2.
That's a good way.
Yeah.
It's a progressive
Can
way.
I say something?
Absolutely. Please.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I do agree that there's need to be always a reward, but they also have to be very careful because as I was reading also from the chat right now on the YouTube page, they have to make sure that people are actually playing the game, because if they make a bounty every day that you can pick up to get the Igneous, like, what's the point of going in the trials and killing yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because that's been a problem for me. I mean, I do understand that people want the loot, but at the same time, they have to be careful about making it so there's only games. Maybe make it opponents defeated, you know, or damage dealt, or something that actually incentivizes you to play the game and not just, you know, mount on top of you yourself.
I guess I'm kind of like, I got blinders on when it comes to people jumping off, because honestly, I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. It clearly doesn't hurt them because they're getting what they want. I'm getting what I want. I don't want to compare it to win trading and how much little damage it did to the individual's card. But man, unless they figure out some way to restructure the wording of a bounty, just like you said, whether it's kills, damage, I don't think they could do kills, because that would just be asking too much on players. Maybe something along damage, or I don't know. It's really tough to give something. Basically, you're basically trying to find a way to give a participation trophy while asking that individual to do something a little bit more.
Actually participate, you know?
Exactly. I don't know.
Because it is a participation trophy at the end of the day, right?
My thing is, if there are more people that are feeling the whim to want to just go in so they can jump off a few times to get it, hell, that will probably be like, hey, like they're just jumping off the map. What happens if we got to game 5 because 2 of our teams or 2 of our games played people that are jumping off the map? I don't know. I think it just kind of adds to the circle of life, so to speak, that the lesser end people are just going in there killing themselves. The people that are kind of wanting to eagerly try themselves out, win 2 games because they played 2 people that are jumping off, and then all they got to really do is win their game 3, and then they do that, and they're like, that wasn't half bad. Let's continue going. And then they play people like us on game 6 and 7, and we're ecstatic because we know it's not 2.0s or 3.0s on the weekend.
Right.
It's a nice little harmony. So if you're jumping off the map, I'm not mad at you. I think y'all should keep doing it. I just hope they give y'all more loot for jumping off the map. I think doing it for one character a week, I don't think it's enough. I think giving those bounties on a weekly basis. Before we jump into the map, do you guys have any more or lasting comments on either the state of the current PvP sandbox or class? Like, just to finalize the talk, how you guys feeling?
I do want to circle back to something that Mesno said about Stasis and why it is so broken, and why I feel like it will always be, to an extent, broken, is the slow and freeze ability. And I know that that's what makes the class unique and what makes it desirable to use. But like he said, it's the first time in the game that it made for a undefensible situation, you know, and I feel like that's why it kind of leveled the skill gap as much as it did, because it doesn't matter if I'm a 5.0. I literally kill every person I see. I can't do that when I'm frozen. So a 0.3 can freeze me, and then I'm dead regardless. So I do feel, I don't know, I just feel like maybe the slow is enough in Stasis, and maybe like the super can freeze you. But I don't know that I think that the other abilities for the class should be able to freeze as much as maybe just slow you. I think the slow is enough. That already gives a good advantage.
Yeah.
So
Slow
I
has
think
like
they could do
7
something
debuffs
like that.
included.
Dude, what do you think, Meza?
So
No, I said like slow. Yeah, definitely slow itself is definitely one of the strongest effects that you can apply on a player, because not even like the smoke or like anything else that is that strong. Because I think if you read what slow actually does, it impedes movement, it removes handling, it makes you less accurate, it makes you not be able to jump, it makes you like you can't like turn around, or like, so it has like 5 different effects on you, which make it, you know, almost as good as freezing, but at least you're still able to do something. Because as I was referencing before, I feel like if you're a good player, you should always have a way to fight back. That way that even if you are in a sticky situation, if you're good enough, you can always, you know, get the edge of a situation. But since Stasis is so strong, like Punny said, once you're frozen, you're just like the 3.0 and the 0.3 are exactly the same.
Yeah, you're kind of just at the whims on whoever is closing the gap on you. Hey man, I agree with everyone in terms of how they're feeling on Stasis. It's just where I'm kind of just null to everyone's emotions, and I don't mean that in a kind of mean way. I just know that they're not going to remove this from the Crucible. They're not going to nerf it to the ground where the light subclasses are just so much better, because this was part of an expansion. They're going to try and find that median so where people aren't so upset about it. But to think that it's just going to go back to what it was prior to November 11th last year, it's just not.
No.
It's just not. I think I think what on the other portion of our network on SNTR Presents, when Lona was still talking about it, he brought up a great kind of like a hypothesis on how he sees Stasis and even the future subclasses that are going to come out, the other darkness subclasses, that Stasis was just going to be so overpowered, they were going to take the whole year to kind of tune it out, finally get it right, and then bam, here comes a brand new one to just mess up everything and be number one again, and we're kind of just going to live in that cycle until the end of Lightfall. So on Trials Halftime, along with talks that you just had, we like to talk about the kind of current events that are going on within PvP and Destiny's Crucible. Along with that, what we do is, right here on the show, we talk about the map that's going on this week. We bring you the stats, we got strats, and then we'll give you a little bit of tips that are kind of helping us be successful. To begin with, just like I said earlier, we're at 264,000 concurrent players, which is really, really healthy considering everything that's going on. Granted, Mesna and myself, we kind of talked about those variables, how a little bit of tuning, the hiatus, Igneous at 3, no banner, decent map. These kind of things, they perfect. They create the perfect recipe for how good a weekend will be. Because you throw in banner, you throw in Exodus Poo, you throw in Exile's Curse at 3. Man, that playlist is going to look pretty ugly over the weekend. So rewards, just as I mentioned, Igneous Hammer at 3, which is we kind of predicted was going to be a decent weekend when it did come around. At 5 wins is the chest, at 7 is the legs, and at flawless to everyone's nice little chuckle surprise because they couldn't be too perfect. They couldn't give us the hammer at 3 and then give us like maybe the helmet or go back to Adept Messenger because we only got it for about a few hours. They had to give us the sword because everyone wants to have the Adept 3 peaking Solascar.
Right.
No, I know I'm being facetious.
I mean, I'm not gonna talk about 3 peaking. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
It's almost over. It's almost over. 3 peaking is almost over. I've actually made it a point to not. I haven't done it at all this weekend. I haven't emoted once. I've either just slid around a corner or just go. I'm trying to just get into the habit of not making that part of my maneuvers to kind of predict if someone's coming. It's risky, but hey, we're all going to be doing it here in a matter of time. If you're interested about the challenge, it's a pretty easy challenge. Just get double kills. There's people that have already taken it to the next level. They're already in the 200s on it. So if you're looking to get it within the top 10, even the top 3, I'd get started on that as fast as possible. Before we jump into the map, we got the top 10 weapons. Fellwinter's Lie at 1, no surprise there. It's pretty much every time I'm reading down this list, I'm always starting off with Fellwinter's. I'm happy to see that it's not at 3 million more kills than the second one on the list. But hey, we're sitting at 2.4 million so far with Fellwinter's. Here's no surprise, but kind of a surprise because of how much or of how close it is to Fellwinter's. At 1.9 million, the regular Igneous Hammer. Like, again, not really surprised because everyone's getting it, but kind of surprised because it's closed the gap on Fellwinter's. Fellwinter's is usually running away with it, but at 13% for Fellwinter's total and 10% at Igneous, hey, Igneous is keeping stride, but I think that could add to an overall problem, just as Papa mentioned earlier, that the Adepts, I guess, maybe don't really have that much of a shine compared to the regulars, especially if they're getting the same perks. Steady Hand at 3, Astral Horizon at 4, True Prophecy at 5, The Bastion at 6, Dead Man's Tale at 7, the Igneous Hammer Adept version at 8, Chaperone at 9, and the Bottom Dollar rounding out at number 10. So many hand cannons, so little time. I'm not surprised. I've always felt, and you guys can weigh on this too, I've always felt when the meta is probably at the most healthiest, the hand cannons will always shine. Mez, what do you think?
Yeah, I am definitely a player that enjoys primary gunfights. So, for example, I had one of my best weeks, and I feel like on Altar of Flames, just because I would, like at the beginning of the season, because I felt like I could actually, get into primary engagements. And that gets me a little bit into the topic that I forgot to talk about a little bit earlier. And then now that you're talking about the maps, I feel like it's very important to mention is like, I feel like they are improving the game and making more ways that you can move around the map, but we still have the same old maps that we had on the double primary meta.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a lot that there's also should be new maps that are not coming from D1, because all the maps that are coming from D1 are maps that are catered towards a slower playstyle where you did not have special at the beginning of the match, and or D1, D2 at the beginning where there was, you know, double primary. So I feel like we get more and more ways to move around the map, like, you know, Icarus Dash, sliding as a Titan that can cover the entire half of a map, and you know, the super, like, I remember like seeing this Titan that could literally, like, with one swing of his behemoth, he covered the entirety of Exodus Blue, and he killed me on the other side. So like we get more and more ways to move around the map, but we're still getting, you know, the same maps. So definitely I feel like, and yeah, so special economy is something that has to be, you know, I feel like that has to be reworked a little bit, you know.
Agreed.
But I definitely feel like hand cannons are always going to be my favorite type of weapon. I enjoy using hand cannons, and I enjoy primary fights. If I can go an entire match without pulling out my shotgun or my sniper, I'm a happy man.
Pop, is there anything on the trials report that caught your eye, or is there anything that you'd like to add either on what me or Mesna just said?
I can't really think of anything. I've only gotten to play 2 cards this weekend.
Gotcha.
As far as like this weekend goes, I mean, I definitely feel like hand cannons are just super strong. And I see this in your chat too. One thing to think about with like the regular Igneous being so high, one, there's a bunch of people that can't get the Adept version because they can't go flawless, as where they've been able to get this other one. And two, it's a lot less of a grind to get a great rolled regular, and it's really not. I don't know. It's not that much advantage to get the Adept one unless you have all the Adept mods and you're able to kind of pick what you want from it.
Right.
So
You
could be something.
You need that perfect slot
out.
machine right on that Adept to kind of really stand out compared to your poor man's regular version of it.
Yeah.
Right.
No
but I like what you said. Maybe just put like 1 or 2 like coveted perks on that gun as only being available on the Adept version, and that'll kind of give the people that are able to get there, it'll give them a little bit extra incentive to get that other one, but it'll still leave a lot of people wanting the regular one as well. I like that.
100%, and I think that needs to go across the spectrum, and I'm not even referring to PvP now. If we're doing stuff in the PvE level, if you're doing those Grandmasters, and you get basically an Adept a palindrome, and then you got a God Roll or a God Roll regular palindrome. The God Roll regular palindrome is better than all that time you put in hiding behind a rock in a Grandmaster. It's just they need to find something to separate those Adepts. Maybe whether it's a perk, kind of like how they did with the Iron Banner perks. They have a little bit extra of a kick to them. These are flawless perks. Let's add a little bit extra of them, not breaking it, but that still reward people that got that perfect roll. So again, I mentioned Endless Veil. It's actually a first on this on our streak of Trials halftime reviews. We have incorporated playing live as well, so we will be going in live. But I want to take the time to be able to jump in with these 2 guys and myself to kind of just give everyone the nice little pointers that are helping with either my success, Pop's success, or Mesna's success individually. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and load in, fellas. If you guys want to just be on the sticks, and we'll go ahead and tote it around, kind of give everyone our 1s and 2s that are helping us. What are our looks? How are we approaching either down a guy, up a guy? What are our scenarios? Personally, I've had a pretty decent weekend. I've gotten 4 already, 4 flawlesses yesterday. It was very successful. I'm excited. I'm excited to get in tonight. I'm excited to get in the next 2 days.
Yes, sir. Endless is definitely one of my favorites.
What's going on, Kat?
Rumble.
While I have a second, I can't reinforce this enough. These two gentlemen on stream with me tonight, they do raffles. They do carries. They help Guardians on a weekly basis get to the lighthouse, whether it's your third time, your first time, your fifth time. They're out there to help people within the community, and these are awesome, humbled individuals that want to just help Guardians that either never been there or don't do it habitually, kind of like how we do. So I can't reinforce it enough to give them a follow over on Twitch. They both stream really hardcore over the weekend, and you never know, you might get lucky enough and you'll get to go floss them. And I can't tell you enough what a learning experience it is to getting in with cards with individuals like these two guys, because you'll be able to pick stuff up as you're playing and incorporate it into your own game. And you get the experience of going flawless yourself if you get there and not have somebody jump on your account. So just to begin, what I do, being a sniper main, I'm always peeking this lane. Unfortunately, it's something that it has either brought me success or it's brought me luck, depending on who I'm going against on the other side. I'll be honest with you, if I know there's a Dawn Blade on the other team and they're sniping, I won't even mess with this lane, because I know they're going to beat me to it every time, just being a hunter. If that's the case and I'm on this side and spawn, I'll come over here and I'll try to just help out platform. Platform is your point this week. Heavy is going to be right here, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be honest with you. This map, be it as it may, a little odd looking, but it's very linear in terms of your engagement spots. Sometimes people will try to engage within the toilet bowl. I'll be honest with you. If you're engaging right here, it's a death trap. It's an absolute death trap. Down this middle lane, or people are fighting down this lane straight where Mesna is and where I am, and then people are going left and right down this one. Before I hand off the mic to one of them, I just want to give you guys one nice little perch spot that I use and that not many people know about. When I am spawning over on this side, and if I don't go up the middle, I'll hang a left right here, and right up here there's a nice little spot you can crouch and you can get across. Be on the lookout though, because when you are on that other side looking back on it, it'll miss you if you're not making it your first scope. All right, who's behind me? Mez, or no, Papa's right here. Pop, give me your 1-2s. Give me some things that you can show the crowd that's giving you a little bit of success this weekend, whether it's this weekend or any other weekend while playing this map.
So, like I said, I haven't gotten to play a ton, but so far, I'm really liking. I'm like you. I've been trying not to 3-peek and stuff, just to get used to it. So I've been liking, like, kind of jumping up right here, popping a couple of shots with my Icarus grip mod on. Hand cannon wise, if I've got a sniping teammate, that's even better, because if I land even one shot, even a body shot, then they can body somebody with the sniper. I also like out here, kind of go into the edge, as long as you're being aware that somebody can be over in that area. If there's no one out there kind of challenging that left, you can pick people in these cubbies in the middle, or really like back them off of your teammates all the way from out there.
Yeah.
That's kind of a good, and that's on both sides.
Absolutely.
You can kind of peek that. And lastly, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is a decent engagement spot depending on your super and your weapon loadout and stuff. People are often going to be kind of hanging out right here, and if you kind of catch them quick enough with some team fire or maybe an ability or something, they're kind of dead to rights in this little area, and you've got somebody down in a good spot.
Absolutely. Those are great spots that you're pointing out about the cubby, and then being able to crossfire it I've made a lot of picks this weekend, either being on this end or inside the cubby, excuse me, just crossfiring. Mez, what about yourself? What has been some success spots for you in this map this weekend?
Definitely I like I've been playing with a warlock a lot this weekend, so I feel like you said, if you have a sniper and a warlock, you can always, Icarus dash your way and then always be the first one to peek. But I would not recommend like playing this lane a lot, especially if they have a full team of Stasis, because one single dust field and like a shuriken can always make you, kill the entire team. So I always want to make sure that I always tell my team to not peek this lane on the first round, just because that's when everybody has their ability and they're going to be spamming those. So I usually, tell them to rotate to this side, and I always like to play this angle a lot, just because it's a power position, and once you get hold of the mid here, you can kind of come into this area here and then just control the entire field. Like once you got control of this area and you force them, to stay there, you can always, control the flow of the game.
For sure.
If they're there, you can have have an advantage spot on them, and you can always have a teammate covering your back through gold box. Like you said, the toilet bowl is definitely not a recommended spot, but I feel like if you have one teammate positioning himself controlling this mid lane and another two teammates, kind of like hovering on this mid side, and the team shots are always going to be what's going to make or break teamwork more than anything. It's gonna make or break a team, and so always being kind of in the similar area is always gonna allow you to come to the rescue and always 2v1 the opponents when there's a solo.
100%.
A lot of players like to split. Maybe go for a flank. Always keep an eye on that radar, and when that happens, you can always make the call to choose and target that solo player and make it so that you're starting that round with a kill instead of being downed. I think it's very important in this map to not go down first.
Yes.
Because things can snowball very quickly in this map. So always make sure to play your life at the best of your possibilities and make sure that you don't be the first one to go down. If you follow those rules, I think you're gonna be able to succeed in this map.
That was awesome, dude. You definitely said a few things that I try to emulate when I am playing. Being able to communicate well, team firing as best as we can together, especially if you get someone with a sniper body and then you get just a one tap headshot on a hand cannon and clean up. How important is it to you guys? I kind of live by this, especially being a sniper, and then if I get the first pick, I tend to try to get to collapse on that pick as fast as I can. Do you guys find that as something that kind of helps, being a rule of thumb to collapse on an orb, especially on this type of map?
I feel like in this type of map, it will depend on the situations. Whenever you get a pick first, there's two options, okay? If the pick is far away from the teammates, you can either choose to play the pick. So let's say that you kill somebody in this area where my nade is right now, right? But the other entire team is like all the way to the right side. So you can choose to start rotating here and make like a hold this angle. Maybe you have one in mid, one here in this area, and then you start holding because you got point, right? You got point here, and then now it's their choice to make a play. And since they don't have the numbers, they're more likely to make a mistake. So you can play the advantage. But if you get a pick maybe with the sniper and they're next to it, you definitely want to push the advantage in that situation and beat them with the numbers. Like let's say they're all standing there, you get a pick here, but the entirety of the team is like also in backscape there. Then I would suggest you can you send your shotgun player forward and be aggressive on that push with your team. Let them make them not be able to think and to react, because if you give them time to settle, maybe they have a Titan, especially if they have a Titan, they can maybe coordinate and put a barricade on that res, and now they're back to 3. So it depends on if they have a team. As I said, if the solo player is alone and you get a pick, I would say play that pick and wait and be patient, wait for their mistake. But if it's among the other players and they're all kind of grouped up together, then I would say use the numbers.
Those are great rules of thumb to have. Pop, can you give any that you kind of stick to that helps you either take the round, survive a round, live to fight another day type thing? What are either things that you take into this map in particular? I know you haven't played that much, or just something that you take into every weekend that helps you be the most efficient that you can.
So I really have kind of changed my philosophy on this throughout my time in D2 trials. Just talking to different people, getting different perspectives, but most recently, I'm understanding so much the importance of pushing an orb, at the very least, just to make sure you have control of that orb and are in a good spot for it. But also, you have to do that smart. You have to have a plan to do that. And a lot of that comes with just playing with people, which is something that you talk about a lot. You know, the more you play with somebody, the more synergy you're going to get, and the better you're going to be able to push with them or push accordingly. But I was I was playing a card with Nube and Ara one night off stream, just trying to glean tips from them because I really wanted to get better with shotgun. And I asked Nube, I'm like, how are you so good with the shotgun? How are you so, like, you end game so quick, that sort of thing. And she basically just was highlighting the importance of being proactive versus reactive. And she said, when you're pushing, if you discuss it, you're being proactive. If you're camping on orbs, a lot of times you're being reactive, and the other team is going to make the move. Mm-hmm. So they're the ones being proactive in a sense. And she said it's always easier to be proactive than it is to be reactive.
That's
you've already got a plan. So that really, like, I don't know, that really just stuck with me and just gave me a new way to think about pushing orbs. And that being said, you have to consider who you're playing. You have to consider what weapons you have on versus what weapons the remaining people have on. And you have to consider just the synergy of your push. You've got to make sure it's coordinated when you do it. But I definitely like to push orbs if my team is able to.
And honestly, I've found the most success when, and even to a point what Mez is just saying, to put in and use common sense when you are pushing, knowing if, not taking a dead-on angle because, the other team might be looking at their dead friend's orb, but being proactive. Just I love that verb and its usage in your example, and being proactive and not sitting there waiting for the other team to make the move, but rather you have the step ahead, or you have to make a move and you're causing them to either change what they're doing and or react in a different way. So those are some awesome things, and those are from two individuals, Meza and Papa, and these guys are in the 300s in flawlesses individually. So let me tell you that their points, their theories, their thoughts, they go a long way, and it's not something you need to take with a grain of salt because they're applying it each and every weekend. And speaking of applying, just as if we've done in the last two episodes of Trials Halftime, we're gonna try our best to apply it. We're gonna break into one of these cards together, and we're gonna try and get flawless.
Awesome.
So
Wolverine,
go ahead, dude.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
is there any way I can take 5 minutes real quick?
Yeah. No. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and just switch to the lone cam. We're gonna get prepared here, and then the three of us we're going to give it all.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, Mesna and Papa will still be on comms. They just won't be on the camera because I will be switching to the game.
All right, sounds good.
Hope everyone in chat's having a great weekend. I hope you guys were able to get what you needed to this weekend, and that being igneous, and C, hope you were able to pick up a few things from the gentlemen that I had on. They certainly know what they're talking about, and they know how to take people that have never been to the Lighthouse before. And actually, I kind of envy that they're able to get together, just the two of them, whether they're playing with each other or they're playing with a buddy of theirs, Rhino, and take Guardians to the Lighthouse that have never been before. That's truly admirable stuff. All right, that's perfect.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate the compliments.
No, dude, you guys deserve it. Like, you guys are because I'll be honest, people in my community, they ask me all the time, you guys do carries and do stuff like that, and I'd love to do it. It's just I don't want to make people not complete it for them. And I know that you Papa, Rhino, you guys do that on the regular, and I would love to help you guys out the same way you guys helping me out by coming on the show, helping out Guardians that don't go to the Lighthouse every weekend in a different way as well.
For sure. Yeah, people in my chat are saying we're team bearded boys.
Yeah. We've been playing trials all year. I was clean shaven come March last year. This is just because of trials. I'm surprised it's not as gray.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty. But yeah, thank you very much for having me into the show. I do appreciate the opportunity. And,
absolutely, and I'd love to have you back on cam. We're gonna keep your mic audio for in the Discord. I'm gonna switch to when Papa gets back. I'm gonna switch to the controller audio so we can hear each other in an Xbox Live chat. But I want to be able to have your voice audio still on this stream, so when we're communicating and or talking about something.
All right, so you would like me to not mute myself on the call? That's right. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
It won't overlap with me because I won't have that audio playing. It's just so that the stream can continuously hear your voice in case we got to communicate about the match and or just we're having a conversation about something.
Right. I bet the brush with unicorn hair combs. No, I got my boar bristle comb. Trump.
Timothy Seberg says, got 5 hand cannons, all with rampage subsistence. Feels bad. Yeah, dude, that's a feels bad. At least you got ramp, though. Rampage ain't that bad.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this hand cannon, because, like, honestly, I do feel that in terms of hand cannon, I do feel that the bottom dollar is a better choice if you get it perfect. But the problem is that bottom dollar has such a big pool of perks that it's so hard to get the combination that you want, right? That it ends up being almost impossible. I think I was reading somewhere that like the possibility of you getting the roll that you want is like 0.01%.
You might as well just go to try the lottery, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I actually made a video on the Garo bottom dollar that luckily one of my viewers had, but he had opening shot rangefinder accurized range masterwork, but getting that on a bottom dollar is like a 1 in a million chance, like you said. But on the other hand, the igneous is way easier to do, because if you look at it, like it's almost like you have to be really unlucky to get perks that are really like you have to be really unlucky to get subsistence once for all. Right? Yeah. That's the only perk, the only combination that I would say, oh, it's really bad, because on the first column you got things like on the bottom end of the spectrum, the worst one is definitely subsistence, but then you got 3 top tier perks. You got rapid hit, kill and win,
outlaw,
and quick draw.
Oh, quick
all
draw,
those 3. Yeah, and then outlaw, you also have outlaw, which is not a bad choice, but definitely I feel like rapid hit is going to be the best one because it gives you reload and stability.
Yeah.
And on the second column as well, I feel like almost all the perks are, if not neutral, they're good. Like, for example, snapshot is not a bad perk. You have one for all, which, as I said, is not a bad perk. It's not a bad perk for PvE, but for PvP is quite useless.
Yeah,
But then you
yeah.
have Rampage.
Unless you're
you
in
have
like
moving
control,
target.
but like, come on.
Yeah. You have Rampage, moving target, and Celerity,
Yeah.
which I feel like Rampage is definitely one of the favorites, but moving target and Celerity, I feel like they're quite underrated because moving target, you can get 6% more movement when you're aiming down sights, but it also has 10 aim assists, which us on controller we always need that aim assist, so it's really underrated. And also another perk that I feel like people like say, oh, it's Celerity is such a wasted perk. I don't think it's wasted because, especially if you're like me, that you play a lot of trials, you always end up getting, by you being the last man standing, especially if you're doing, a carry or helping someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna read it to you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what Celerity gives, and most people do not even know it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Celerity adds the following. It gives 100 handling, 100 reload, 10 aim assists, massively decreases flinch received, increases accuracy, stronger target highlighting through scope, and enables radar while aiming down sights. That's 7 things that you get while you're last man standing, and that can make or break a 1v1 situation.
Do you think people sleep on Celerity then?
I do think that people sleep on Celerity. It's definitely like, yeah, maybe you're not the best player and you always die first, then maybe you definitely want moving target, so it makes it easier for you to get that 1v1.
Yeah.
But if you're definitely a high top tier player that constantly gets left being the last man standing, I do feel like Celerity is definitely underrated, especially on a hand cannon and snipers, which are precision weapons. Then landing that headshot is gonna make or break the gunfight. Definitely underrated.
I think the Celerity, and you actually told me stats I didn't know that much about it. I didn't know it did 100 to a lot of those things. That's actually pretty wild. But I've always felt Celerity should have been something intrinsic on adept weapons.
That's true, and that's the same thing that goes with Bottomless Grief. That was a debate as well with Bottomless Grief being for adept weapons. I feel like either like Celerity should be something intrinsic to at least adept weapons, right? Adept weapons should have Celerity intrinsic, and the same thing goes for adept Grandmaster weapons, like Knifeful weapons, that they should have Bottomless Grief intrinsic as well.
Yeah. Greg, what's going on? Hey, man, congratulations. You and Light going flawless. That's awesome to hear you PC guys being able to grind it out. I know how crazy it can be with the cheaters. I've been reading a lot of articles or people have just been writing that their cheating experiences have been either close to none just because people have been eager to just get in the playlist. And I think that has also helped the recovs. I haven't really played too many recovs this weekend just because I think there are a lot of people in the playlist, and more weekends like this will make it that much better. But yeah, glad to see you here. Glad to see everyone here. If you're just joining us, the 2 Fire Team members I got here tonight, Mesna and Papa Punny, they both stream on Twitch. They both do carries and raffles. They are taking you to the lighthouse if you've never been, or if you've been there before and you don't get to go all the time. They're helping you each and every weekend over on Twitch on their respective channels. We're waiting on Papa Punny just to get back, and we're going to be starting a card here in just a second. Again, if you just are joining us, we had a talk in the beginning of the episode, 3 major topics that are kind of the biggest ones going around right now. The hiatus, the past 4 weekends of trials either being hit or miss, Stasis tuning, and the 23rd patch that goes live. And then, is there light at the end of the tunnel for this playlist? Are we going to be able to walk out of it with our heads held high, be like, man, it sucked in the beginning, but they finally figured it out. It's just stuff we're waiting to see. So again, if you want to check that out, watch at a later time after we're done playing here. But we're just waiting on Papa to return, and we're going to be jumping into a card.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Punny's looking for his Bastion.
Papa, I know it's probably something that you've been asked, or you're probably sick of even talking about it, but you're really the only person I know that use the weapon to the point where they can give a really honest opinion about it. Have you seen any significant changes to the Arbalest in terms of the headshot consistency, or has it been nothing that has been phasing you?
You know, it's funny. I actually think that you would not recognize me if you join my stream. I haven't used the Arbalest in like 4 or 5 weeks.
That's
so
awesome.
I have no idea.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I didn't mean it as something as like I know you only use that. I just know you have more experience it than most of the people I know, and not just when I mean experience, I mean good experience where you're effective with it.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, I plan on maybe using it again, but and just to see.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, I haven't really used it.
That's good, dude. That's good. Either way, that's good. I just want to see if anybody had an opinion on the recent changes to it that went live on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead, guys. I'm going to switch. Go ahead and stay in this Discord, Pop, just so stream can still hear your comms. But I'm going to go ahead and switch to the Xbox Live party just so I can hear the game.
Okay.
Alrighty. Papa, I gave you lead, so you're good to go whenever you feel that you're ready.
Oh, okay.
Don't
bad,
forget, Wolverine, to mute yourself on Discord, because so I don't hear you double.
I have to leave that one on. I have to leave that one on. You
Okay,
could just just mute me. Yeah, you just mute me.
Yeah, I'll just mute you.
Yeah.
Everybody got
Awesome.
a fresh card?
Oh no, I am on a
Yes,
flawless
sir.
card, Guardian. I am on a flawless card. That would have been really bad.
I always like to ask that as we get started.
It was
That's a tip that I can give everyone in Wolverine's chat. Always ask everyone if their card is reset, so you don't go in on game 1 and get annihilated and demoralized by some 3.0s running for their 10 wins after 7, and then break your brand new Xbox Series X. And
From
then you
his
can't
mouth
play
to your
Trials for the
ears.
weekend.
From his mouth to your ears, you already know. Okay.
Can you hear me okay as far as like for
Perfect.
stream?
Perfect.
Can they hear me okay?
Yeah, you are.
I got such
golden.
bad
You can
rolls
still
of
see
Igneous.
the-
My best was
the
Rapid Hit
desktop
Moving
audio,
Target.
which
Rapid
is
Hit Moving
fine.
Target is not a bad roll
Okay.
loader. It's definitely not that bad. Mass taught me how to Alamo last night. What do you mean, Zeta?
I'm gonna mute myself in your stream for just a second because I'm gonna start my stream address then, and then I will
Sounds
be
good.
right back.
Gotcha,
on that audio.
Hudler. Yeah, it's. I'm glad you're liking it. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, brother. You don't hear me, or you can you hear me?
Yeah, he was just.
Yeah, I
not
was
saying
muted.
anything.
Yeah. Alrighty. 1 Behemoth, 1 Baccharis, and 2 Behemoths with Antaeus. Is this game 1? Yes.
Yes, sir.
I got 3 burning. I'm getting an angle from right side.
Got one. Right down the middle where the sniper lane is.
I'm dead.
Got one Apso.
Left for my
Last one
res
going
to
for
your
the
left.
res. Yeah, he's going for the res if you can get Mez.
What's your
One's
left side
online.
here?
Yes, I'm playing on Series X.
Do it again.
Good round, y'all.
The opposing team is
See, in that situation, I did everything right. I had to jump on this guy. All I need to do was press one button. I'm back wrist, and I'm dead.
Mm-hmm. He's really rocking these
got two on
anti.
the left.
Far out. You got two out there.
One's in the middle.
Back off.
Push out to the right there. I might go for the res.
One on the left.
Being aggressive on this. Alright, watch right side. Team right with me. Good shit.
opponents have been put in their place. Good job.
Oh, you're talking about that tactic? Yeah,
Keep
I
this
feel
up.
you.
Oh, Maiko, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, JM Ford, I got that. I got both of them, so I'm running at 120 frames right now on 1440p.
I traded in Cubby. Be careful.
Yep.
One's right, one left. Actually, both mid. In the right side, Cubby. Above you.
Only one enemy is left.
1v1.
Guardian, you alone. Be brave.
Nice. Good play.
Good callouts.
Play, friend. I will gather the children. They love to watch you win.
Yeah, the pass through is only 60 frames, boys. You're never
Yeah.
gonna be able to see.
Turn this
Yeah,
More.
my recording is going to be in 60 frames, but I'm playing at 120.
I got two in mid. I got one. The other one he's gonna go for the res.
Body me.
is left.
Nice. 1v1. He get the res.
One enemy
Get the
is
res.
left. Opponent revived.
All right.
Yes, Greg, you're
You
right.
got heavy. Warcliffe.
Opponent
To your right, Warcliffe.
Good try.
All good.
This round is there.
Looks like this team is liking to go more towards the what is it called? The part to the where the point is. What's the color for it?
Like outside?
Shrine.
Keep this up.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
they're sending the Titans to the right side here.
know. Okay, I'll be out here to team with you.
Yeah. One Titan got here mid. Watch out for the nade.
One on me.
Only one
Nice.
enemy is left.
Good stuff.
Round one. The team stands tall. Take it.
Eugene, you got 120 for the first time. A little disoriented.
Match point.
Yeah, it's definitely a big change.
Amu, I'm just getting watch hours. I'm like 600 watch hours away, and then monetization starts. Got him. Good teams.
Nice
Good
snap.
teams, Pop.
Only one enemy is left.
Good game. Good first game.
The match is yours.
I use Bacchus. I've never been a Wormhusk fan, Amu. I think it's a cheap one. If I could pick one
Easy for you.
one exotic from each class to remove, the hunter would definitely be the Wormhusk.
Amazing
Yeah, for sure.
person. Thank you for that follow. Appreciate that. If you guys are just joining the stream, we are live with the host of Trials Halftime, Wolverine.
Just around like 600 hours there, Amu.
himself. You guys make sure to go drop him a view in YouTube. I don't know what else you drop in there. Subs. I
Subscribes.
don't know. Do you drop follows?
Subscribes.
It's subscribing on YouTube.
Just
is free.
subscribes. Okay.
Subscribes, and then when you become monetized, you get a join button, and then that's when the magic starts happening.
So you guys make sure to go drop him a sub on YouTube. The link is in the chat. So please go drop him that. We are playing out a trials card with him right now. Him and Mesna. Mesna streams on Twitch. So Guys, check both of those guardians out.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and same for the guys in my chat. All you need to do is type exclamation link, and the link for the stream of Wolverine stream will come up, and you can just drop us subscribe as well.
And if you guys in chat are looking for some runs, some raffles, some carries, some help in trials, these two individuals, they run it all weekend long. I know you guys are always looking. You guys, do you carry? Do you carry? Do you carry? I know people that do, and these two, I trust with all my heart.
Yeah. Punny, do you want to do raffles after this together?
Sure.
Or do you have a third already?
You already know,
Knock
Guardians.
them down. I know you have done this before.
Not that I can think of.
I got one burning, really bad.
Yeah, he's burning
Being
behind his
aggressive.
Titans.
Yeah, we're gonna address that in just a minute.
Only
Fair
one
enough.
enemy is left.
Details. He's jumping off.
Damn. It's behind that corner. No, that nade was a waste, Bunny. Come on, you know that.
I was trying to get 1 damage, man. And get that kill.
He really wanted that kill.
Amu, I'm definitely not
Every kill
overtaking
brings up
Lodo.
a
Like,
1.0
not. If anything, I'm keeping the seat warm because I think the dude's coming back someday. It's just
Do you have a higher
whether
KD
he doesn't want the game, doesn't like the game, man. If redemption happens the right
No,
way,
I'm
I'd
not
love to
carrying
see
the
him
crap
back
out
here
of
because
him.
no one does it like him. I'm only doing anything remotely close is because of him.
He's one.
Nice.
Without
I like
Lono,
it
there's
on the
no
fact
there's
that
no Crucible
Rhino's so
Coliseum, there's no
good
Trials
that he
halftime.
can
There's you guys wouldn't know Wolverine as much as you
And
guys
then
do
you
right
just
now.
die.
I
Yo,
I
Fit,
love that
thank you for the
guy.
follow,
That
brother.
guy's
Appreciate it.
awesome, and I'm sad every day that he
Yo,
can't play this
Jay
game because I wake
Hunter.
up Monday through Friday loving
Fit
my Destiny
that.
talks. But what he
Come
does right
in
now,
Goldberg
you can't
with the
ask
follows.
for anything better. He
Appreciate you
gives you
guys.
game
Sentinel
perspectives
with
on
the
new games every
sub.
One
week.
sniping on the left. I might be dead. Yep, they're teaming left side. Back off. Wolverine is AFK currently. There are multiple there. Wolverine, be careful. There's two on you. Wow. Behind. Nice. Good clutch, dude.
Thanks, brother. That's all your call outs, though, dude.
And
Yeah.
sent with the sub from Cosmic Wavy. Gifting that to everyone. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, guys. What I'm actually gonna do, I'm just gonna reserve all thank yous and stuff until after
The end of the
on
match.
stream by
Sniping.
myself.
The solo's on the right. Challenge this guy on the right. Titan's one.
I got two on my right. Nice, Mez.
Only one enemy is left.
Job, guys.
So how do you
teams.
exactly stream while keeping the 120 frames?
I think you need a capture card that's able to do that.
Do you have a 4K 60?
No, I don't. I have the HD. I have just the HD 60
60?
Elgato. Yeah.
I have the same one, but it still doesn't let 120 frames through though.
Yeah.
mean,
No,
at least
mine
for
doesn't
me.
either. Mine doesn't.
So how do you do it?
Up.
I'm not doing it now. I was saying I'm not streaming at 120.
But how are you playing at 120?
I still have all my settings on. It doesn't seem 60. There's no way this is
doesn't?
60. Yeah, there's no way this is 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy because I have the 120 enabled, but but for some reason like it doesn't because remember the HDMI goes through the capture card, so it doesn't let, I mean at least for me it doesn't let the.
Do you have the setting? Is it like if you go to your setting, is it set to on still?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's still. I don't know. I don't see any drop in frames. Like it doesn't look like what my 1X used to look like. That was 60 frames, and I wasn't. I
Right.
was never streaming on that.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'd like to get a capture that can do 120 and then get a new monitor for 124K. That'd be nice.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Amu. Appreciate it. Faded, how you doing, man? I saw you're going off this weekend. I hope all your cards are going well over on PlayStation. I can't wait to cross-play with that PlayStation crowd when the time comes. Speaking of PlayStation crowd, yesterday I played Fallout, Drewski, and Cool Guy all on the same team. I'm like, what the hell are they doing on Xbox?
Oh wow, Guardian.
I played Cool Guy and Cammy Kicks the other day on Exodus Blue.
I thought Fallout was a PS guy. He must just wanted
he's an
to test
Xbox
the
guy.
water. Is he? I thought he was always a PlayStation guy.
No, it was always. I think it was always Xbox. Yeah.
That was the first time I played him. And Drewski, I know Drewski was on the PC, so that was his first time on box.
Yeah.
Fight hard.
But he always plays controller anyway, so it doesn't make
True.
much of a difference for him.
True.
It's not like Cammy, that he only like uses.
M&K.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Abso.
No, that guy's to be one. Oh my god, he got away with so little health.
Only one enemy is left.
I'm gonna get Mez now.
Your ally is back in the fight.
I got Harry Potter. Let's go.
I got Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Harry.
Literally. Does he not do Twitch? No, he's on YouTube.
Your team lead.
He only streams on YouTube, I believe.
Nothing left.
Yeah, just YouTube.
Plumpus McRich coming in your chat. Papa Punny is down bad without his Arbalist, even though
Damn.
I haven't used an Arbalist at all.
I
Two
don't
on
even,
the left side here.
He's man.
One's toilet bowl.
Must be watching the wrong cat. This guy can do anything with any gun. It don't matter. That guy was just crispy with the RB. Doesn't mean he can't be crispy with anything else, Guardian. I'm gonna get pop.
Your ally is back in the fight.
Nice.
The enemy team has fallen. You shook them.
Tis a common misconception.
I am not
I
surprised.
hope to disprove at some point.
Oh,
is
you're
that I suck
disproving.
with every gun in this game, except RP.
And Bastion too, don't forget about it.
Oh yeah.
Please use the Jotun, please. Or is that reserved?
I don't know. Not used it much.
Only one enemy is left.
I'm gonna get.
Sad RB noises, exactly.
Never disappoint.
Sad RB noises, Guardian. Come on.
Come on.
Team is in the lead.
I do hate a match where all you can hear is like,
Yeah.
you know, the pre-charging. That
That
just
was
drives me
annoying.
nuts.
The Arbalist pre-charging was annoying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, this
Okay.
guy's insane.
Donkey
He's in
Kong,
mid.
thank you for the follows.
Only one enemy is left.
Oh my god, the Bastion!
Good.
The wizard. I just got killed by the Wizard of Oz, bro. Feels bad.
Bring them back.
The Wizard of Harry Potter, Guardian.
Wizard Harry.
That's his gamer tag.
Match point. You are but a
What is up, Narco? What's up, Cosmic? Oh, snap. Bet they're
Go to the.
looking for
They're all here, yeah.
I can't wait for the Dustfield grenade nerf to go in. The Bastion's frozen or stunned.
only one
Nice.
enemy is left.
Good round, Guardian.
Fight. The match is yours. Celebrate. I will join you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Guardian. Let's go.
You guys are gonna use the last word.
Siri, I wasn't talking.
Meaning
to you.
that
Thank
issue
you.
with the last word doesn't hit when slowed. Like 0% chance it feels like. Oh, another great turnout for halftime. I really appreciate it. We are just getting started. Yeah, I literally ate that bastion. It happens all the time. Yeah, it happens all the time. Before Stasis, it was like the kryptonite, dude. I couldn't do anything before to it. Now and after Stasis, I can handle it a little bit better. Just got my albatross. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations, dude. That's awesome. I hope it was fun. I hope it got your adrenaline going. I hope you...
How much do you bet that these three could get 69 flawlesses in a day? Well, I think that Nuve's top was 50 in a weekend. So
Wow.
I don't think it's even possible to get 69 flawlesses in a full weekend.
Hope you got good rolls
Much
on
less in a
whatever it is
day.
that you got, Albatross. It's nice getting to go there. It's nice to get something good from it too. I always feel bad for Guardians, or the thought of Guardians going there, and then I get something and it's like a 55 armor, and I'm like, can you imagine if someone gets this? They're gonna feel like complete shit.
Mesna, Raichu wants me to ask you about hateful hamsters.
Damn. He's referencing an inside joke that I have on my stream where people can ask me to complain about something, and he asked me to complain about hateful hamsters.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Let's just say, Raichu, that the hamsters have been taken care of. They're
Greg,
not hateful anymore.
Are you just listing everything that Slow
They're
does?
lovable hamsters now.
It's wild.
Welcome to the trials of Osiris.
Yeah, Faded. Makes me rage.
Now that command
me
was
excited,
that like
Guardian.
a button was made for people
Embrace
because
the
as an
darkness.
Italian, I always complain a lot and rage a lot. Because I got that passion. As you guys saw by my inner when we were talking about it. So people always either ask me not to complain.
As long
or
as he,
ask me to
as long as he doesn't drop a Fafangulo, you know.
exactly.
Good to hear you're Italian, Mesna. I thought you were European, but I couldn't have guessed Italian. I thought I was gonna say Greek.
Oh, Greek. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we come from the same root in a way.
Of course.
Okay. I got two. One pushing mid.
Share the
There's two gonna be
Mediterranean.
here, two in elbow. You can
Yeah,
we can team
yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
Bastion close. Bastion close.
One in the back. He's
I
hurt.
got the. Yeah. I'm helping. I'm helping.
You can break that ice.
They have a
He's on
rift
the
in
other
the
side of
corner.
that ice.
I traded with the Bastion. Let's
Good
go.
stuff.
That's crazy, man. He could still get me from that far.
With Bastion,
Oh,
right?
it said he was down because I broke your ice to kill him.
You are in the lead. Don't slow down.
Cosmic, can you check my stream elements and my Nightbot and my commands in stream elements as well, and make sure the Discord link is correct in all of them?
Punny, is Cosmic in
Are
your
you in
chat?
toilet?
Yeah.
They are, yeah.
Okay.
Can
Yeah,
you
they
tell
are,
him?
but
Can you tell him that I still don't have access to your Discord?
he can hear you if he's.
Enemy is left.
Good teams.
Impressive victory. You never disappoint.
For another hour. Alright, I'll keep the panda head. Don't worry.
Thanks, Craig.
You're in the league. Let your opponents chase you all they want.
Yeah, because I'm only able to see the welcome and the rules. That's all I can see in your cord, Punny.
Okay.
So I'm trying to look for like a button that I can like agree to terms and get granted access, but I just cannot find it. I don't know if I have to leave and rejoin because I can, but I'm just asking him because he made it for you. Alright, I'm picking this guy. Oh, they're all here. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out with that nade. I am. One backers. Be
I
careful.
got backrest, yeah.
One is absolute in the back, by the way. The back is 90 to the head, to your right.
Oh.
One ally is left.
Okay.
Good kill. How?
Man, mommy.
They've all got on bastions.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, apparently my shotgun didn't connect completely, and I wasn't able to finish him. But I would have still died from the Bastion. We just had to play a little bit slower, wait for a
Right.
pick.
Yeah.
These guys are just, you know, spawning and
Waiting.
literally just, you know, turning
Turn
around. Like, instead of
Yeah.
going forward.
Mm-hmm.
These guys will give us free heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna get a rocket launcher here. Oh, never mind.
They're
they're pushing.
actually sniping across it.
Let me get a pick with the rocket and then we can push.
Okay.
I'm gonna float here.
They're moving the toilet.
Yeah,
Good
got
kill.
one. Alright, the other one is behind one of those covers in mid.
Bastion came sliding in on me.
Good help, good help.
1-on-1.
The other one is
Bastion.
it's a
He's got
oh, I got
Bastion.
the-
Oh, I got help.
Alright, he's going for the res. He's yours. He's yours.
Bastion.
Good try. Man, these kids really did not like the challenge.
No, they're just waiting for that one in the back. It's fine. Well, I can do that too. I'm not
And
even
see,
gonna move it.
in a way, this is what I was talking about. You know, like these guys are only waiting for us to make one mistake and then they pounce on it, just because they're not giving us anything. So they're forcing us to overextend and expose ourselves instead of being the ones that are actually, you know,
Yep, they're in the
pushing.
toilet.
Again,
They're swinging around.
I'm
to
only
our
worried
spawn.
about that chaos. Honestly, that's the only thing that worries me.
He whiffed. Oh, how? I'm behind the wall. My gosh. Yeah, Greg.
Yeah, that's the.
It always
That's
does.
the
It always
chaos.
does me. Yeah,
That's just
I was.
splash
But like,
damage.
look where I was. Like, that's just trash.
Yeah.
That's trash.
Thankfully, it went for you, so I was able to take him down.
I picked off the one warlock that was just standing behind him too.
Yeah, that was huge.
Been doing the same.
I'm gonna go in and pop. Hopefully, I don't get bastioned.
They're in
down.
toilet.
Actually,
Yeah,
Punny,
totally.
you pop, you freeze them, because they're all literally
Okay.
sitting together.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the right then.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
sitting together.
Yeah, they're underneath still.
Only one enemy is left.
I'm dead. I
Good
did
trade.
manage to trade.
Your team tore through them like wild animals.
Yeah, faded for sure. I've always thought just Stasis in general has been a good counter to Bastion.
Match point.
Some people are just still pretty decent with it. Those are the good players with it, not the ones that have just abused it.
What is up, UC Jones? Knox trade. I guess.
Oh, I bodied him.
I would say we can get a pick here, Punny, and then you can pop.
I popped last round.
That's
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
so
If we
you
get a
were
pick,
Wolverine?
I'll pop.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
if we get a pick, I'll pop. No doubt.
Because they're definitely just waiting for us to come and then just pop a squall on us.
100%. They're on our spawn. Yeah, he popped.
I got the squall. Let it go. I traded.
All right.
I traded with the Dawn. The squall still has his super. He's gonna get for the res. He's going for the res on the squall.
I killed one.
Do not give up. 1 minute left, my friend.
Alright, you can pop on
It's
this last
super,
guy
super.
if you want.
Yeah, there you go.
Just the two of you now.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's all right.
Try again.
They popped both of their other supers.
That was the only way he was getting out of that is he had to super.
Yeah.
They are getting tired. Finish them.
Yeah, they
And
used two
you've
that
still
round.
got yours, Miz? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Mez used his before.
No, he's,
But they're all out.
he's got his rose. I mean, his longbow.
Oh no, sorry. I thought, oh, my bad. I thought Mez was the other hunter. Sorry, dude.
It's okay.
On right side, sniping right side, bashing right side as well. If you want to go through, I can cut around. That's on
I
you,
got
Miz. Got the Bastion. Good job. You didn't even need to use it.
No, I honestly did not want to use it because the moment that I pop my super, I'm just gonna get Bastion out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd rather just have my shotgun and my hand cannon to be able to, you know, just counter them.
Gamer Insanity, how you doing? Welcome to Trials Halftime. Breaking down the Trials map every week. We are helping Guardians as best we can get to the lighthouse on their own.
All right, Sam, another hour? Okay, no problem. I'll just keep you for the rest of the stream at this point, guys. What's up, Fox? How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Yeah, I literally, like, the reason my KD was so low for the week is not as much about, like, not having Arby as it was, like, Rhino literally... We played 2 cards, 14 games, didn't lose a game. Memer dropped a 106, I dropped a 100, and Rhino dropped a 5.6.
Hey, Gamer Insanity, we could definitely try, dude. I play with everybody that wants to play.
Like
Absolutely
game,
everybody.
dropping
If you're on Xbox, 100%. You know, hit me up on a friend request. I usually get like to get my first flawless done, and then I try to play with as many people that are on box as I can. I would play more on PC, but honestly, I don't want the headache of the cheating and stuff like that.
So far,
I give all props to the people that do it week in and week out. You guys are awesome.
I don't think I'm gonna
But yeah,
Titan.
I've wanted that headache on for a minute.
But I've been really enjoying, you know, the Warlock just because of the movement, and you can still like get out of dust fields with the dash. So
I got 2 looking over here.
I want to see if I can get an angle.
One for the toilet.
Oh. Yep.
Coming behind us, Mez.
Yep.
Last
I'm going for
one,
Papa.
false-
I'm going for
false
Papa.
rifle.
Your ally is back in the fight.
He's got full shields because of Crimson. Ah, he got so lucky, dude, that he got me with that arc bolt.
I'm on Xbox, but I have a PC as well, gamer. We could try. Yeah, honestly, it's probably not that bad of a weekend, considering reward.
That's awesome, Fox. Get to hear it.
I'm bodied and backing off.
Nice teams.
Only one enemy is left.
Good teams.
Nice.
Opponents have been putting their
What up, Goon?
good job.
How's everything going, brother?
How's everything going, Guardian?
To a victory, Guardian. Nothing can stop.
I'm glad to hear that, Fox. What gun have you been maining? Like, what has been your primary this weekend? Because I've been really enjoying like Palindrome a lot, especially because I got an almost perfect roll. No chance, he still got me. I was so far away. I was not in the nade. There's 2 in Cubbies, be careful.
Oh, he's frozen.
Is left.
Good try.
Good try.
The next round will be yours.
What's
Gotcha.
up,
D-
boxes?
D-Time, you just got to subsistence one for all. Hey, man, at least you could take that into PvE. Gengar says, good weekend so far, in my opinion. Good show so far, guys. Thanks, Gengar. I really appreciate it. Salty.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a nade here.
Gotcha.
They're burning.
They're split right now.
I got the heavy.
Yeah, got you covered. They're
I'm
pushing
being
back to the
aggressive,
bin.
Punny here.
I'm behind you.
The guy's really weak.
Only one enemy is left.
So,
Good shit.
Good call out.
Yes. Done.
Oh, okay. Who'd you play with, Goon? I'm pretty sure Jay, but who else? Or are you just mocking me?
What you can do with a lead like this.
been a little bit. It has, Box. How you been, man?
Good finish.
Only one enemy is left.
Good stuff, dude. You're a one-man army.
Let's go, dude.
Punch him.
Shit, boys, let's go.
Guardian. My heart is still
Nice, nice. Good for you guys. It's always good to do that with someone in LFG.
Love the hat. Thank you.
only one enemy is left.
Oh my god, damn it.
The match is yours. Celebrate. I will join you. How does it feel to be left?
Awesome. Let's go, boys.
Opponent did not know.
Hope I'm doing good, and everyone else. Thank you, Guardian. I appreciate it.
Can't thank these two guys enough, Mesno, Papa Punny, for joining me on Trials halftime tonight. Please, when halftime isn't going on, please give their channels over on Twitch a follow. And if you want to be a part of their communities, please, I can't recommend it enough because they got all kinds of perks in terms of raffles and getting you guys flawless.
Of course. What's up, Callie? How you doing, brother? What's poppin'?
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for liking my hat too, dude. Thank you. someone heard in my chat you get complimented about your hat. Someone complimented my Miami Heat hat. Yeah, thank you. The Heat are on the rise. Could take the East. Nah, it's gonna definitely be Kyrie and KD. Yeah, let's not. We got Muru in chat as well. Total Alpha, those are also buddies of mine in chat. They have been on multiple episodes of Trials Halftime. Give them a follow over on Twitch as well. They are starting their streams, trying to get their feet into the sand. Go ahead, miss.
So just not picking mid lane here this round.
Gotcha.
Oh,
I got it. They got a nade up.
Nice, dude. I killed him.
Yeah. Last one over by me. Bodied.
Hope so. Yo, oh my gosh, this guy's cracked.
Yeah, Faded. I want the trial ship so bad. I'm so jealous Papa's got it.
Ooh, what movie?
You are win. Keep this up.
Yeah, this guy's running armamentarium, so double nades. That's why I'm saying no pick mid.
Yeah, the Lono Redemption
have
is live. Oh, I just missed an easy headshot.
Only one enemy is left.
He's he's frozen.
Nice.
Good call out.
Nice.
Got the pillow perk equipped on his character. Yeah, I'm using a pillow right now. Pillow strat engaged. Yeah, Diaz, I'm really happy about everyone opening their eyes to what happened to Lono. It's going to be a resurgence for sure. I believe it is, Jay. Sorry, go ahead, miss.
Go ahead.
No,
It's like 3 streamers at the same time is always gonna be hectic. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I try to mute when I'm talking to people just to kind of not confuse y'all. And then I try to leave myself open to comms.
All of them are looking at me.
Only one enemy is left.
Got it.
Guardian, you alone.
You win these.
Nice.
Let's go. Had him distracted,
Thank you for the
man.
words of encouragement, Guardian. Because I didn't think I got it at first.
Room, thank you for the follow, brother.
Yes. Nikon, this is my first card of the day. First card in like 2 days. And I've also pretty much been up for 36 hours. So I'm just tired.
What's up, R? How you doing, brother? Do you want to run some recos at 11? Sure, I got some of mine that we can do. Yeah, for sure.
Only one enemy is left.
Nice.
Sounds coolio.
Good fight.
Yes, of course, of course. It will be my pleasure to assist you boys. 11, you said, right? So that means in 1 hour?
Here we go.
Goon.
And you have won it all.
An hour. Alright,
I
sounds
don't
good.
know, Inferno. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a good night's sleep or if I want to stream some trials all night.
I mean, I think you can probably get the best of both worlds, Guardian. You could stream a little bit and get a little bit of sleep.
Of course.
Only one enemy is left. You are the last. Make them run. And this is the game. Very good. You taught your opponents a lesson. You were a rookie.
Goon, you're such a troll.
So this is what's going on. Alright, I'm gonna do one raffle after this card with a punny, and then I'll help you out. Does that sound good? So that means that after this match, we're gonna get the time of one card with like getting a viewer to the lighthouse, and then I'll help you out. Tell Wolverine I said what's up. Of course. East Cali says what's up. Wolverine.
Hey, East Cali, what's going on? We played each other yesterday. Sorry, sorry I couldn't just give you a trade off, dude. I want to give people just we had a card. We were on a flawless game with Papa, and one of our friends was on the other team. One of my friends is on the other team, and he was graciously willing to exit the match so we could get our flawless done, and it was a rough day on Exodus Poo.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Absolute Guardian.
Trials of Osiris.
Farming, thank you for the follow. Goat Man.
Callie, if you want to
Everyone
go and see what
follow.
he's up to, you can check out Wolverine's stream and say hi to him personally. Type in link, exclamation link, so you can go directly to his stream because he's currently streaming on YouTube. Sorry, Pine, I did not mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
Oh, you are good, man. Oh, you want me to sleep on
I
stream?
believe in you.
Yo, Trump.
Fight hard. Do not die.
He wants you to be like that girl
As-
that was like sleeping in front of 800 viewers and getting like a buttload of money.
Trump, man. I'll just thank you another time, but can't thank you enough,
Only
dude.
one enemy is left. Opposing team
What's Trump's bottom dollar to get to do a stream of you sleeping? What's up, East Cali?
See what you can
I
do
don't know.
with the
Before we explore that, is it against TOS
To sleep?
on stream?
I'm not sure.
No,
I've
of course
heard that.
not. Of
I've
course
heard
not.
that sometime.
I mean, there were some debates, but no, it's not.
As long as you're
As
not
long
like
as you're
nude,
covering
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. As long as you're covering yourself, you know, and you're not showing anything. Unfortunately, it's not against the US.
At the Bastion map.
only one
Last one, Bastion.
Wow, I even get away from it. Try to get away.
Good job,
go.
Pop.
Yo, Punny, is Trump related to actually Trump because he's loaded?
There are rumors that
Right? Because he has to be, man.
there are rumors that Puzzle Trump is actually Donald Trump, but
I mean, 1,200
no one will
freaking
know.
gifted sub on your channel, dude. Like,
He's the
The
best.
man is insane.
The man, the myth.
I know.
The man, the myth, the legend.
I've got an order down too, so right.
I gotta hit you.
Just the two of you now.
What's up, Ginger? How you doing?
Nice. Let's go, dude.
Play, friend. You gather the children. They love to watch.
What's up, Inferno? How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Mr. Hombrolo Greg in my chat says, no, Twitch removed the sleeping rule only in February 2021. It was classified as unattended content. So you can do it now.
Gotcha. That's creepy, yeah. Like, having people watching you sleep is creepy. But there's actually one dude that made $16,000 in one stream because he was letting people disturb him. So you could pay money like to make to have an alarm play so you could wake up, or like maybe like
Dude,
Yeah.
I would do that in a heartbeat because I don't wake up for anything.
right. So like
I would put
yeah.
freaking like cruise ship horns, like
Yeah.
train horns, all kinds of stuff. And
It was like I mean
Yeah.
at least he put some thought behind it because it was like he had some you pay money like to have him like flash some lights on his face, you know, water falling on his face, so a bunch of things that he could do to, you know, to wake up. Ooh, let's go.
Well, let's go flawless,
It's
baby.
just that easy. We're going flawless. We're having trials halftime. We're talking, and then we're going flawless.
What's up,
Great
Dennis?
card. Great
how you
card.
doing?
Great
I'm
card.
great.
Holy cow.
Great card.
Yo. Yo, Wolverine.
What's going on, Guardian?
I'm on a 21 for the week, bro. 3 for
You're on-
3.
Woo! Are you really?
Yeah.
My Lord, Guardian. If oh man, I don't want to jinx it, but if you could do that every card, oh man, that's
Yep. I just looked on Trials Report. 20
Yeah.
plus streak, baby. Let's go.
Ooh, look at this.
Congrats, boys.
Oh, man.
Thanks a lot, Greg. I wouldn't have been able to do it without my teammates. That was an amazing card, very efficient. We're all on our games right now, and these two guys are about it. They're about to do some raffles as well. So before we close out the stream here, I'm going to give you all the information you need to check them out. Appreciate
What
that,
kind of name is
Cardoc.
that? Yeah.
Joker, Hatman, and Island Mouse, thank you for the follows. Appreciate that. Raichu extending his tier 1 sub through October. Let's go, man.
Yeah, Boxer, just teamwork, practice, getting comfortable with people that you play with. Ironically, it's the first time I've played with Mesna, but it was fortunate enough that we're very comprehensive with each other. We're molding very well, and I kind of feel like we've played with Rhino, we've played with Papa. We kind of get used to each other. Even though I've never played with him directly, I've played with two people that he plays with constantly, and I think that helps. Hey, yeah, that's we got a new clan that I'm a part of. My buddy Goon, Aries in chat, started it.
It's just that easy. You heard it here, folks.
Stop, Tater.
That is
Thank you.
hilarious.
We'll get the man on the 20-game win streak to pop that open for us. We got a chest armor. That's not bad.
Narco, how long you on tonight?
And soon
Uh-oh.
we'll see you here again.
Oh,
Those you
needed
have
that to get
triumphed
jagged.
will look to your example.
Yeah. I got a good roll, but it doesn't have swordsman's guard.
Yeah, I got one with Vorpal.
Yeah, I got Vorpal Tireless, but no Jagged Edge and no Swordman's Guard.
What another amazing stream, another amazing Saturday night, another amazing fire team, and an amazing card. I can't thank these two gentlemen enough for joining me. Mesna, Pop, do you guys have anything you guys want to say, throw out there, last words to finish out what an amazing stream, and I can't wait. Like I said from the very beginning when I first started this channel, great things are on the horizon with players like yourselves, part of this show, and getting to get your guys' name out there as much as it can. I want to be able to highlight players and individuals like yourself because I think you guys are positive for the community.
Go ahead, Bunny.
I just want to thank you, Wolverine, for doing this channel and getting people like us on. getting us exposure to the community and just us being able to help out more people. And I feel like you're just one of those people, like, not in an argumentative way, but no matter what I say, you're gonna hit me with the opposite viewpoint of it to give me something to think about, and I appreciate that about you, because I think we can all kind of understand each other a little better when we get presented with things in different viewpoints. So
Thanks for that, dude. That's very kind, and yeah, you've been someone I met in this community ever since I jumped into your brother's stream, and you were in there. You're part of the PvP community that doesn't make it look so toxic. It's been this game has so much drama written around it, and when there's individuals like yourself, individuals like Mesna, that are giving back to the community in a positive way, where people are still learning from their cards while playing with you guys, it's something special. Mesna, what do you got, buddy?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity. It was really cool to participate in the show because yeah, I liked your point of view, and like Pani said, that was a very good conversation that we had, and I definitely appreciate the opportunity of being included. And of course, man, it was fun, and that was a nice card. Definitely, we did pretty well together, so I'm glad about it. And yeah, thank you for the opportunity. I do think that's, well, like you said, that there's too much toxicity and there's too much, of bad vibes going around and off in this game. It's kind of our job, to fix that and make sure that we counteract that negativity with, wholesome content and positivity. So that way, if we can help at least one more person have a better day, I can consider myself lucky, because that's what I want. I want people to have a great time in this game and to learn and to be better, and, to encourage each other and not, bring each other down.
Please let my stream and the show tonight, let everyone know, even if they're watching after the fact, where can they find you?
Of course, I stream every weekend on twitch.tv/Mesna, just my name, Meznah. And yeah, I do raffles every day of the weekend, and yeah, I would love to see you there, and it was a pleasure playing with you.
Thanks, dude. Pop, let everyone know where they can find that handsome face.
yeah, man, I'm on twitch.tv/PapaPunny, PUNNY, all one word. I stream normally Saturdays, Sundays, and Monday evenings. Although the next week or two I may play a little bit extra, because I just worked my last Friday night that I have to work at the hospital. So we'll see what it holds in store.
Absolutely. And I can't thank you guys so much for being a part of this show, because it's individuals like yourself, not only doing what you guys do with the cards, with the raffles, but you're helping a person like me grow my channel, because really the purpose of this channel isn't necessarily to highlight me. It's to highlight individuals like yourself, to show that there are other great PvP individuals in this community that aren't condescending, that aren't dick, that are just about helping other players and just having a great time all about it. So again, I look forward to you guys watching you in your streams, and I look forward to you guys coming back on the show. I love having you guys back on.
For sure.
Heck yeah, man.
No
Can we
doubt.
take a picture real quick?
Oh yeah, absolutely, we could take a picture. I'm gonna be doing the Goofy movie dance though.
All right, hold up.
I'll meditate.
Oh yeah.
What it's all about, Guardian. What it's all about. We got the camaraderie, we got the teamwork, we got good teams, and we build friendships on the way. That's really what gaming's all about. That's what I thought Destiny was all about from the very beginning. I know people can lose sight of that with drama and stuff like that, but hey, we got too much drama going on in the real world. It is just a video game at the end of the day. So again, thank you to Mesna, thank you to Papa Punny for being a part of this. So gentlemen, thank you very much, so much for everything that you guys did for the stream this weekend.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
All right. So again, thank you very much to both of them. Thank you very much to all y'all for being here tonight. What an amazing stream. We got a lot of content to come out in the next week. We got a new schedule. We're live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We got Banner coming up this week, so prepare for 2 streams, one on the PC, one on the Xbox, just running Banner for mindless amounts of hours. So again, thank you all so very much. I can't thank you again for all this positivity, support from the Lono community, from the small community that I've built on through Xbox. It's all coming to fruition. We have great things built up for the SNTR network. Don't forget, Monday through Friday, Lono's got all kinds of gaming news topics to go over with you guys, and it's something that I'm learning to deal with because he's on new stuff. I'm so used to listening to his content on Destiny, but man, he everything he touches is gold. So I can't encourage it enough. Monday through Friday, SNTR Live. He's all going over all kinds of great gaming content, gaming news, all kinds of stuff. So there's really nothing that he won't touch on. And as well in the afternoon, he's got SNTR Gaming, a really big channel that he's a part of, and again, it's gold. It's gold. Thank you all so very much for being here. Please give a like to those channels as well, and don't forget our big buddy 30 over at 30 and Still Gaming. Me and him do a lot of things. Be on the lookout for WandaVision, or excuse me, not WandaVision. Be on the lookout for Falcon and Winter Soldier coming out on Tuesday. I had family arrangements. We weren't able to do our Friday episode, but on Monday, Justice League Snyder Cut. Going to be going over that with y'all. Can't wait to talk about it. And we're back here with our live stream on Tuesday at the Reset to see what this new Stasis patch is all about, and then recapping what seems to be a pretty healthy weekend of Trials. Again, I thank you all so very much for being here. Part of Trials Halftime right here on the Crucible Coliseum. And until next time, Guardians, stay flawless.